Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. Welcome if you are new. It's the long awaited final part of the makeup declutter. I am moving in now 3 weeks, so I've got to keep decluttering my life. Today is makeup. I've still got to do books, random stuff, kitchen, the whole shebang. But today is makeup. So I've done my lipsticks and my eyeshadow palettes in another video because they are overwhelming categories and I think I did a really good job, if I do say so myself. So I will link those down below. I just linked the whole series, but I don't feel like I'm going to be quite as successful in the latter video or in today's video because these are categories apart from blush, but let's not talk about it. These are categories that are slightly more under control and like I will only have like 10 of each thing. We just don't talk about blush. Anyway, let's get cracking. Let's sort out my makeup collection. So we're doing primers, foundations, concealers, blushes, bronzers, highlighters, all the eye stuff and brushes. So, and nail polish. So let's go. So if you haven't seen one of these videos before, I store all my makeup in the Alex 5 drawers. So, foundation. That was so anticlimactic. This is where I store foundations, primers, concealers and powders. You'll see that some of these categories are more overwhelming than others. It's always been that way, but I have been on a bit of a using up concealers mission at the moment, as well as using up setting sprays, which is why you can't really see any, and setting powders. So I have been on a bit of a mission to use some of these things up, which is why some categories are more empty than others. But shall we go? These little containers are also from Amazon. I bought them 4, 5, 6 years ago, so if they still exist I will link them, but otherwise just search like acrylic drawer dividers and similar things will come up. Shall we start with primers? So the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, ultimate favourite, definitely a keep. So is this, I mean the lid's come off, but this is the Say Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. Mix it in with your foundation, absolutely stunning. Don't use it as a liquid highlighter. Well, at least I don't find it works well as a liquid highlighter, but love it. And then I've already actually got one of the Rimmel multitasker better than filters. I've got one on the go at the moment on my desk in my Project 10 pan, so I don't need 2 of them. Like, they are really nice. I don't love them so much that when I finish it I will be like desperate to get it again. So I got gifted these by Rimmel. I've actually got 4 of them, so I need to like start to get rid of some. I'm gonna get rid of that. I also have the Anika Radiant Glow Veil. I think this was like the first makeup product I was ever gifted. I really like this. It's a really lovely like glowy primer, but I've had this a very long time and I think the Say has kind of taken over as my favourite, so I'm actually going to get rid of this. Then I've got 2 samples here that I got in advent calendars, the Emma Hardy Protect and Prime SPF 30 and the Makeup Revolution Radiant Peach Primer Brightening thing. As you can tell, neither of these 2 things have been opened, and I think it's just because they're not really what I would reach for, so they can also go. And then I do have a little sample of the Vive Skin Nova. I actually haven't used this yet, I don't think, but I really want to, which is why I'm going to keep hold of this. So, keeping hold of 3 primers, which feels significantly more like what I should have. On the setting powder front, there's only 2, so I'm going to keep both of them. I've got the RCMA No Colour Powder, which is a classic, and then the Lottie London Ready Set Go Setting Powder, which I actually quite like, but the reason explicitly why I'm keeping this is because it's perfect for travel. So both of those 2 things are staying. Down the back here, we've got all sorts. Let me pull this all forward. See? I've got 2 of these little travel mirrors. I've got one from Rare Beauty and one from Cult Beauty. Both of these, this one came in an advent calendar, this one came in a PR parcel. They are both great. I love them both. I do think I'm going to leave one at work and then have one in my drawers, but these are really handy. Okay, so the 2 setting sprays that I have left, other than the one that's in Project 10 pan, is the Charlotte Tilbury Air Blush Setting Spray and the Urban Decay All Nighter. Both amazing. I will both use both of these. So I'm going to pop these in with the primers. Now we're getting to other bits and bobs. So this is a Rogue lid, which can obviously go in the bin. This is a little beauty blender thing that comes in a little case. It's from Beauty Effect. They gifted me this. It's fine. Like, it's a nice enough sponge, to be honest. And the case is handy and it's helpful, but I really just don't reach for this. And I'm really not that precious, so I'm going to get rid of this. But it's a good idea if you travel a lot. And then got a little puff. Don't know where this has come from. Hamish, apparently. You can get in the bin. And then I've got a beauty blender here that hasn't been opened. What I think I might do is just open it, stick it with my others, and then I'm sure to actually use it. I've never tried this one before, so it might be horrible. Feels alright. I've got some lashes here. I'm just not a lash person. I have learned that the hard way. Just don't like lashes, so they can go. This is a little pouch that my mirror comes in, which I just don't need, so. And then this is a makeup brush cleanser. I think I might move with this because I'm about to run out of my normal brush cleanser, and this is quite good for on the go because you can just spray it on, rub it on some cloth or something, and then it cleans your brushes. So this is more good for, like, if you've only got one set of brushes, you need to wash them and then use them kind of very soon afterwards. So I think this can be great in this, like, transitional period. It's also still full, so I'm gonna keep this. I think that's everything. Yeah. And then we move to foundations and concealers. As you can see, I have a grand total of 2 remaining concealers. I've got the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and the Benefit Boing Industrial Strength Concealer. This one's a favourite. This one is fine. I do think the NARS Pot Concealer is better, but it does the job. If I want a quick touch up, I use this. For like an everyday concealer, I use this. So, and then we reach foundations. So I think the only one I'm going to get rid of one of them is these. So this is the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I got gifted these from Maybelline, so there's 2 shades. I'm going to keep 108, which is the lighter shade, because this is more my colour most of the year, and then when I'm tanned, I can either use one of my more tan shades or just put bronzer on. So I'm going to keep the tan shade. This one also hasn't been opened. And then, I don't know, do something with this one. And then everything else in here I'm going to keep because they are favourites. But for a quick little tour, the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation, this is my 2nd, maybe 3rd bottle. The Dior Backstage Foundation, this is my 2nd bottle. The NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, this is my 2nd bottle. The Rose Ink Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. And the IT CC Colour Correcting Full Coverage Cream, and I think this is my 5th or 6th bottle. Love this a lot. And then the other one I'm keeping is the Maybelline 30 Hour Louis Matte Foundation, which is actually really lovely. So, those are my foundations. I'm actually not going to clean out the drawers in this declutter like I normally do, partly because I'm just going to have to do it again in like a month's time when I move out. But I do think that is a vast improvement. Everything is at least now usable. I've got a little pile of things on the desk that I'm getting rid of. I think we can class this drawer as done. The next drawer is the drawer that gets a bit scary. So the next drawer houses blushes, bronzers and highlighters. Shall we go? So, as you can probably tell, I have a blush problem. Like a real blush problem. You've got blush, 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 bronzers, and then there's some highlighters tucked at the back. I actually do wear a scary amount of these on the regular. There are definitely some that can go, but like I rotate through blushes at a scary pace. So I do think a lot of these will stay, but shall we go through them anyway? We've got the Patrick Tar blush. Stunning, love it, beautiful, such a pretty colour. I do want more of these, but also I have enough blush. The Honest Beauty blush in the shade Peony Pink, so pretty. The Tower 28 blush, this is in the shade After Hours or Beach Please, I'm not quite sure. This is stunning. It's really, really dark, but it's really pretty. I've got the Fenty Cream blush in the shade Strawberry Dip. The Rose Ink blush in the shade Ophelia. Rare Beauty in the shade Nearly Mauve. The Merit Flush Balm Cheek Colour in the shade Raspberry Beret. 3 of the Pixie e.l.f. blushes. I've got the red one, the orange one, and the pink one. These are actually really like glossy blushes. Like if you want like a really healthy, glowy blush, these are stunning. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury blush. This is in the shade Pillow Talk. I mean, such a pretty kind of mauvey colour. And then 5 of the e.l.f. cream blushes, which don't have shades on them, so I actually don't know what they're called. But is this embarrassing? I think I'm going to keep every single one. I just love a cream blush, and these cream blushes are my ultimate favourites. I just love them so much. They bring me an immense amount of joy, and life is too short. We then have liquid blushes, so some are in here and some are in here. I do think this is a category where I probably could get rid of some of them. I've got 2 of the Rare Beauty blushes, one in the shade Love and one in the shade Happy. I literally rotate between these all the time. Love them so much. And I've then got 4 of the Made by Mitchell blushes, which the only one I don't use that much is Melon Sorbet. I do think I might get rid of Melon Sorbet and keep the other 3, but then honestly, blush is my weakness. But the one I am going to get rid of is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. I honestly just don't think any of these things are worth it. There's not that much product in here. Like, this is like not far off being finished. It doesn't really show up that much. Like, I'm quite pale and it's not the most pigmented blush. So yeah, this is gonna go. And then the other ones are in here. Let me get them all out. So we've got 2 of the e.l.f. blushes. They are in such unique shades, and I picked these ones up on purpose to complement the other blushes I have. I don't know what they're called. Coming in Hot Pink and Bronze Bombshell. Stunning. I'm going to keep both of them. I think that it makes a great selection of liquid blushes. I've then also got one of the Glossier Seamless Cheek colour paint in the shade Beam. I actually use this quite a lot, as you can probably tell by how loved this is. I do want some different colours. I picked this one up via a advent calendar, so I didn't really pick the colour. So I think if it was in like a slightly pinkier or brighter or darker colour, I would use it more often. But I do love this. It is very, very pretty. And then I'm going to get rid of these 2. What's this called? Beauty Bay in the shade Spring. It's just very dry. Like, I don't know if you can see that. And it kind of came like that, so I think that's their formula. I'm just not a big fan. And then I've got this like stick one, which I just don't ever reach for. So these 2 can go. I'm sure they won't fit in one container still, but there you go. And then we've got the powder blushes, of which I also think I'm going to keep all of them because I have a blush problem and I will not accept slander. So I've got the NARS Orgasm, which, as you can see, well loved. The Beauty Crop Glow Milk Blush, which is like a really pretty light pink. The Beauty Bay, I can't remember what colour this is, Blossom. Actually, I think I might get rid of this one. It's very, very similar to the NARS Orgasm, and I just use that one more. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in Intense. Stunning. 2 Eve blushes, one in the shade Pesca and one in the shade Cherub. So Pesca and Cherub. The Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Peaceful, which is like a really pretty light pink. I've got the Rare Beauty Powder Blush in the shade Hope. Really, really shimmery. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Flush. So pretty. The Sephora Colourful Blush in the shade Passionate. The Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Pink Pop. And then 3 Natasha Denonas. I've got Bloom, which, to be honest, I might get rid of this because I don't think it'll even survive the transport because it got absolutely obliterated. So this can go. But then I've got 2 of the little quads. So I've got the Bronze and Glow and then the Blush Glow Duo. So yeah, I've got rid of 2 blushes. 5 blushes if you include the liquid blushes I got rid of. Was that good? Probably not. My camera's overheating, so I'm gonna pop everything back in this dish and I will be right back. I managed to fit both my liquid and powder blushes now in the same container. So I've now only got 2 containers of blush. Like, is that better? I don't know. And look, there's like a little empty slot here. So I can buy something, right? Is that better? I don't know. Next up is bronzers. I have not too many, to be honest, and I actually am working my way through these in their own pace, so I do think I'll keep all of these. I've got the Say cream bronzer in the shade Light Bronze, which, I mean, I think this is my favourite bronzer. I use this on my wedding day, like, it's just stunning. I'm kind of looking forward to the bronzers I'm using in Project 10 Pan to be finished, so that I can like delve back into here. The other cream bronzer I have is the NYX Wonder Stick, which I'm also looking forward to using again because it's been a while. And I've basically been using the same cream bronzer for the whole year trying to finish it up, and I've missed these two a lot. So definite keeps. I've got the Beauty Bay bronzer, stunning. The Vive Bronzing Duo, which as you can see, a little baby pan, and then the NARS Laguna bronzer, which also has a little pan. So love all of these, definitely keeps. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to getting back into some of these favourites that I've not used in a little while. And then I can now use the spare dish to put in highlighters, which I think are all down the back. There you go. So this is actually a spare Say Sun Melt because I don't know why, but Cole Beauty sent me two. I do think I'm gonna just get rid of this. Like the speed in which I'm gonna use this up is gonna be quite slow, so why have I got two? And I think I might just go to work, and I've got quite a lot now of like unopened makeup products that I can just like throw on the table and say, take your pick. I think I'm gonna add the Physicians Formula Ready Set Glow to that. Like I'm just not gonna use this. I don't know why I kept it. I thought I might, I'm really not, so that can also go. This is my favourite. This is the Vive highlighter, as you can probably tell. Firm favourite, so definitely a keeper. I also really like the Beauty Bay highlighter. It's like old-fashioned donut highlighter. Perfect. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is the Revolution Pro highlighter. Like, it's nice enough, but it's nothing special. I think it might be time to say goodbye to this. This is the Rosie for Autograph highlighter, which I think has been discontinued. It's like a loose thingy. I think the whole Rosie for Autograph range, to be honest, got discontinued. I'm not 100% sure. I just don't see it anymore in M&S. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. It's been a long time. And then I've got the Ofra highlighter, which as you can see, I have loved. So I'm gonna keep this one. So I've got 3 little highlighters, and then all of my blushes. There are a few. And my bronzers. But at least now there's nothing like floating around at the back of the drawer, and so everything is actually now visible. And I think because I know and love all of these things, it might make it a bit easier. I'm not really sure. I'm now starting to justify things, but this is the blush. Well, it's basically the blush drawer with like a little bit of a guest appearance, but happy. Let's move on. Right, I'm gonna have to bring you down because the next drawer is actually quite away from you, but the next drawer we're gonna go through is the eye drawer. So it's got a couple of face palettes in it, and then at the back is nail polish, although there's one escaping. So you've got liquid eyeliners, random eye stuff, it's honestly what this is, mascaras, this is more like nail care, and then brows. So I'm gonna go and lower you down, and then let's get sorting. There you go. A little bit closer to the action. I think first things first, I need to sort out the things down the side so that I can like move things around. So I've got the Benefit Cheeky Cheeks palette. Honestly, love these. I finished my Hoola bronzer like a little while ago, and I forget these face palettes are in this drawer, so I think I might try and find a way to like bring them up into this one. But love this palette, firm favourite, definite stay. This, I don't know why I still have this. I've clearly, oh no, I haven't even, have I opened this? No, I haven't even opened this. Oh no, I have this side. I think I don't keep this, oh yeah, I don't use this because it's way too dark. So this can also go as like a little gift to someone else. And then I've got 3 palettes here. Oh my god, there's more of them. I forgot how many face palettes I have. I don't think I've used any of these in a while because I kind of forget they're in this drawer. I've got the NARS blush palette, which, I mean, I don't need more blushes, obviously, but, oh no, I just chipped my nail polish. But this is absolutely stunning. Love it, big fan. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Looker palette, classic. Got the Huda Beauty Winter Highlighter palette, which for a long time this was like the only highlighter palette I ever used. If you mix the 3 of them together, they come out like a normal shade. Like, love them. And there's 2 more down here. This is ridiculous. The Too Faced Natural Face Palette, which I actually love this, like way too much. And then the Wonder Trick for 2 Blush and Bronzer Duo, which I do think we get rid of. The reason why is they just don't last. Like, you put these on and then they're like off your face within like 10 minutes. So this can go. But the others are going to stay. I don't think I can put them in here because of, yeah, of a height issue. So something to think about in the new house. But yeah. Now let's go through these drawers. So the easiest one to probably sort through is mascara, because I have a grand total of 4. I've got the new Rimmel Thrill Seeker mascara. Actually, I haven't really used this a huge amount yet. It is massive, but I'm going to keep using it. And then I've got the iconic one, which is the one I'm actually currently using, which is like the complete opposite. Like a really small, quite stiff brush. And then this one's been open for ages, so bit sus. And this one smells funky. This is the Lancome mascara. So these 2 are going to go. One because it's been forever open, and one just because it gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I'm just going to keep these 2. Yeah, actually. Right, I've actually put all the tools now into here. So this actually belongs in a different kit. Let me move that over. I've got a few bits and bobs in here. I've got my Vive sharpener, which I do use, my eyelash curlers, which I use, my tweezers, which I use, but then I also have some cheaper tweezers for if I need, well, Alex tends to use these, to be honest, for modelling, but some nail scissors, and then some nail clippers. I've got 2 pairs of nail clippers. Do I need 2 pairs of nail clippers? No, so one can go. I've got a lash serum, but I don't think I've ever used it, so a freckle pen from Revolution, which is absolutely horrible. Like, it's honestly the worst thing ever. So, definite go. And then this, I don't really know what this is. Like, it's just a piece of plastic. And then this is what I use to clean underneath my nails. And then this one can go. This one is like 1,000,000,000 years old, and it still kind of works. I think I might keep them. Let me just Right, it's just a bit of a sort out, but to be honest, most of those things remain because they're like forever here tools. We've then got brows. I've got the Benefit brow pencil, which is what I'm currently using. The Urban Decay brow blade, which has a pen on one end and then a pencil on the other. Also love this. This is horrible. This is the Beauty Bay brow fixer in the shade Teddy. It's just, it makes my brows look really like bushy, but like in a really unattractive way. So this can definitely go. This is my favourite brow gel. This is the Refi brow gel. Absolutely love this. Big favourite. And then 2 of the Urban Decay brow gels. I've got the Big Bush, which is the kind of tinted one, and then the Slick one, which is the non-tinted one. And then I keep a little spoolie in here from Brushworks. So yeah, just a few things, but mostly the same. Let's go into black eyeliners, which is what this is supposed to be. I don't use this. This is an Intense gel liner in the shade black, but I do use the same one in the shade Deep Aubergine. Use that one more than I care to admit. I've got 2 liquid eyeliners. I've got the Ico one in Black Magic and the We Makeup one in Wild. The We Makeup Wild one. Let's see how they're both doing. Okay, this one doesn't even open. I think it's leaked to a stage where it's like welded shut, so. And then I just don't use this. I'm really not a black coal eyeliner person. I've just learned that the hard way. So also can go. I then got coloured eyeliner, which is where, to be honest, I come into my own. I absolutely love coloured eyeliner, but I don't need all of these. So, the L'Oreal Matte Signature in the shade, what is this in the shade? Burgundy. Love it. I'm going to get rid of these 199 ones. I think there's a few of them. They're in different colours. To be honest, they're just quite dry. I find they tug when I use them. I've got a red, I've got a brown, and I've got a yellowy colour. Yeah, they're really tug. I then got 3 of these crayons from Beauty Bay. I think I'm only going to keep 1 or 2. So let me swatch those in a second. These are my favourites. These are the NYX Epic Wear. I've got a lilac, a red, and a yellow. I'm also going to get rid of these pencils. I've got another black, which I don't use. Red, which red cold just always makes me look a bit sick. And then white, which I just don't really need. I've got a white eyeliner, a green eyeliner, And the one kohl that I use all the time, this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel in the shade Emerald. And then with these, so that's too much like the emerald I already have. Well, that looks like poo. That's pretty. That's like a midnight bluey black colour. And I think this one is like copper. Yeah, so these two can stay. And then this is my little like random stuff. I've got the Beauty Bay liner palette, which I actually have used a fair few times and I'm gonna keep. I've got this, which is the Made by Mitchell green putty thing, but I use it as an eyeliner and I have used it quite a few times. It's very much a summer thing for me, and this summer didn't really summer, so I didn't really use it much this year, but I will next year. I've got this little elf eye topper thing. Let me just check it's not dried out. Okay, it's dried out. She can go. The Delilah Stay All Night, which is, to be honest, the same thing as the by Terry Ombre Black Style, which I'm going to keep over this one. I've got some glue and then some glue gel. A festival essential, and definitely something I will keep for next year's festivals, which I will be going back to. The Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I use this if I want to do like a really intense eye look and I want to make sure it doesn't crease. So one to keep. I've got some eyelash glue. We've already established I'm an eyelash person, so what is this? The Rabanne Colour Shot. This is still sealed and I'm clearly not going to use it, so oh my god, I used to love this. This is the Anika loose mineral eyeshadow in the shade Copper Crush. Why have I not used this yet? This is like the most perfect autumn colour. Definitely going to get this out. And then I've got the split liner, which to be honest I bought because it was blue, but I reached for the Beauty Bay palette more, so this is still sealed, so this can go. Right, let's pop everything back in. And then we've got nail polish. So there's a couple of eyelashes in here, which we already established I'm not going to keep. So I don't think either of these two have been used, so great. Nail polish removing pads, obviously going to keep those. I've got a nail oil, which is very nearly finished, but I'm going to keep using it till it's done. And then my two, there's some missing, let me just pop those back in. There's two nail toppers that I use for most things. I've got the Maybelline matte top coat or the Essie glossy top coat. They're my go-tos. This one is also quite a pretty top coat. This is Pleasing's Pearly Tops. It's like a top coat that's got like a pearlescent finish to it. So do I actually ever, whenever I use this, I regret using it. So actually, I'm going to get rid of this. I've got a pack of these nail things from when I used to take photos of nails all the time because I had loads and loads of nail polishes. As you can see, I now don't have loads of nail polishes, and I've been keeping hold of these for 3 years and not used them once, so they can go. The ones I use all the time, oh my god, is this one dried out? No, this one's dried out. How? I literally used the other ones earlier. This one is dried out, which is really sad. This is Beach Gardens. The other ones are still fine, so that's odd. I must not have sealed it properly. I mean, these three are my favourite, so that's fine. I've got Mansion House Street, French Ordinary Court, and Chamomile Street. These are all from a Nails Inc. I've got the one that I've got on right now, which is the Revlon Ultra HD Snap. I've got my Essie one, which I love. This is another Essie one. I think this is the infamous one that's in like, yeah, Mab as well. The little glittery top coat. Let me see if this is still okay. Yeah, this is my like go-to for party season. This one I don't really use. This is the, I used to love this. This is the Aquarium in the shade Mediterranean. I use these all the time, but I just don't anymore. I don't think I'm a really dark nail person. This is in the shade, I don't know, it's Come Off. And then this has like a weird pearlescent finish. I think that's just the thing of this nail brand and it's just not my thing. So it can go. I think this is one that is covered in oil, but whatever. Right. There you go. If I also tilt you guys up, you'll also be able to see how neat the nail polishes all look, all laid down. But this is the very last drawer, and she's organised. So the 7 I'm getting rid of. Not as much or as drastic as the lipstick or eyeshadow declutter series, but I think it's doing pretty good. I think I would give myself a B minus. These are how the drawers are looking. So this is the base drawer. It's not much emptier, but it's definitely more organised, and it's primarily because of the primers, but love it. I then got the drawer where I basically didn't do anything. Not gonna lie. And then the drawer where I did actually make quite a difference is the bottom drawer, which houses all of the eye stuff and then the little nail polishes, which I know I probably shouldn't have these laid down, but they'll be like that for like 2 weeks and then they'll be packed. So yeah, that is that drawer sorted. The eyeshadow drawer is still sorted from the last time I sorted it. The lipsticks are still sorted for the last time I sorted it. This is Project 10 Pan. Next up is brushes. So my everyday brushes are actually drying. They're in the other room having been washed. Those are the brushes I use literally every day for like my everyday makeup look. And so these are all excess. These are all additional. I mean, this is the handle for my bronzer brush, which I should probably glue back on one day. These are all extra brushes for fun, which I obviously do not need. So I think this one probably should have been washed today, to be honest, but I'm gonna give these a little sort through. I ended up getting so many because I wasn't washing my brushes very often. I think I did it like once a month. Embarrassing. So I had loads and loads of brushes, because especially eyeshadow, I used to like go mad for eyeshadow, and so I bought loads of them. Now I don't. Like, I do wear it, but like quite conservatively, only really occasionally, so I just don't need so many. I also now wash my brushes every single Sunday, hence why they're currently in the wash. Sunday. So I actually don't need all of these, so I'm gonna have a little sort through, get rid of some. I think I might just time lapse it because it might not be that interesting, and let's go from there. So I've been to the gym and had a shower, but I'm coming back to round off this video. I have organised my makeup and I'm feeling very free. For summary, this is where we got to with the brushes. My everyday ones are still drying in the other room, so when they're like plopped in, I'll overlay like what I'm left with. But I'm now down to one pot. This pot was from a charity shop, so I've got no idea where it's from and there's no branding on the base. So love this, but it means I've got rid of the IKEA, which, to be honest, I feel like I've grown past that pot. That was a pot that was like a thing when I was at university and now it's not. Anyway, that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little declutter. If you did, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe because there will be more to come, and packing videos and hopefully moving videos. I mean, I might just be moving back to my dad's for a bit, but I will be moving regardless. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!